Guys, I'm losing my mind. It's time to analyze the Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer that just came out of Sony's part of E3 2018. This is the trailer. This is the real trailer, my friends. They revealed 2 worlds in 24 hours almost. We got Frozen, and now we got Pirates. I am using my video editor this time, so we'll be able to go frame by motherfucking frame as we watch this.
Yo ho, yo ho,
So,
pirates like
I've been wanting pirates in Kingdom Hearts ever since I saw the second and third movies. I loved Port Royal and KH2, it was one of my favorites, and I wanted to see this specific story put in a KH game. And like Toy Story, which was the world of my dreams, this was another one of those that I actually, no pun intended, it's intended, I closed my heart to the idea of this being a thing. Look at this. This is absurd. No, I don't need to pause here. How about here? Look at how absurd this game looks. Oh man, I can't believe it took them like over 5 years to finish this game. It's coming out in 2019, man. This is great. Look at this. This is why. It's absurd. Sora's got a new outfit and everything. This is insane. Stop. We're gonna go frame by frame here, and really just start like see none of this Windows Media Player shit that I've been doing. All right, so the boat comes into view on the sand. This is of course that scene in Pirates 3 in Davy Jones' locker where they're like, "We gotta get Jack back," and he's like licking a rock crab. So they close in. Will Turner's like gonna move in on him. And then we cut here. So, this is boat gameplay. Boats seem to have shit tons of HP, which probably means tons of damage. We have a crosshair here to deal damage. We have a speed meter here for our ship, and its own HP bar with its own UI elements. We can see that Sora is right here, alongside Jack, and they are guiding what I would assume is the Black Pearl. We have Tidal Wave as a situation command, as well as a meter here, which I assume gives us new stuff as we go. Along with Cannon, Surge, Water Wall, and Cancel will probably take you out of the wheel. Moving on from there, you can see that a meter builds up in the middle crosshair here. I don't know what that means. Let's see. It looks like it might be a cooldown of some sort. Yeah, I'm thinking it's a cooldown, and when it's all red, you can't do it because yeah, that would make sense because the meter is not present here because you haven't fired yet. Okay, now another thing that you can notice there is watch it fire, and I want you to look right here, and as it lands, boom, that's filling its own meter. So instead of the normal 3 arrows for the situation command, it is instead a hard meter closer to what we expect from Birth by Sleep. So this gives us the Wind Chaser. So the boat seems to have its own specific situation commands to it, so that's cool. Yeah, you can see we're just continuing to lay waste here, and we can like look at the health bars here and see that you're just that killed it in one hit. I'm willing to bet that is not how it's gonna happen in the full game. They're exaggerating because it makes the trailer more epic. But from here, it looks like there's no command that's been activated, so it's either Surge or another thing that they cut to that we don't see that lets you shoot the chain into another boat, and then Sora, of course, goes in to clean up. So, we are going to get the best frame we can on this Keyblade. Alright, here we go. New Keyblade, boys. So, look at this boy. He looks so beautiful. Every Keyblade in KH3 looks fucking awesome for all these worlds, and it's neat. Also, the only party member we seem to have is Jack. I was hoping maybe we'd get Will, but, you know, things happen. Our transformation for this is High Wind. It's called High Wind over there. And it looks to be some sort of staff. Like, look at that. Look at that. That seems to be some sort of, like, weird staff with the wheel. And Storm Flag is present here. So here's the special for the level 1 Keyblade transformation High Wind. So you just stab the ground with it. And then we have the Storm Flag transformation, which we could probably check it out. I can just hit play around here. So it looks like that. So it spins out and becomes a flag. We can see the flag here. So the transformation's just a cool-ass flag. That's awesome. That's really, really awesome that they're getting really inventive for what the type of transformations you're going to get are. And I'm very grateful to that. We haven't seen the true finisher, though, because they would have cut this away. So who knows what that is going to end up being. I'm assuming this spin here is not that. Moving on, we get to go to the jungle. And the jungle is a reason to bring back the Power Wilds from Kingdom Hearts 1 in Deep Jungle. This is the jungle area, I assume, from Pirate's Dead Man's Chest. Let's keep going. So, we see the wall running here. Oh, we're wall running the whole time, aren't we? Yeah, we are, actually. I was thinking we're on the ground. No, we are wall running. And then you take out a couple of Power Wilds there. I'd like to look at that again to see what we procced. Alright, you procced High Wind there, so there's no big change here. We dive in, and people were theorizing what's going to be happening with they said you could dive into the depths of the water and shit like that in the description of Kingdom Hearts 3 in one of the blurbs, I believe, last month. And we're like, it's probably tangled, or it's probably exaggerating. Nope. We straight up have a water combat, and it looks fine. It looks fine, really cool swimming mechanics. Let's have a look at what's in the briny deep. It looks like Sora's default thing here is just spinning it. And then he's got some cool spin attacks against these little guys. Look like DNA, like Barracuda Heartless. And these jellyfish that look a lot like these look a lot like the Finding Nemo ones, but then again, they kind of just look like jellyfish. And you have your same floaty, like, air combo shit, but it actually makes sense for once because you're in water. You can ascend. And if we look here, there's a specific gameplay quirk. I don't know if you noticed. No focus. They don't let you have your focus bar underwater, which should make sense. You should have some things limited. But overall, the controls here seem like we are not dealing with any of that Atlantica KH1 stuff, which was still kind of okay anyway. Also, HUD here looks fucking excellent. Big fan of that. It is time to move up. So he comes out. And is this the same? I don't know if this is the same area because of the way you see the rocks there. It looks like this was a clever cut. Yeah, it definitely looks like it. Let's go frame by frame and, like, show you. But look at that. Look at that. That's what they got going on there. Willing to bet that that's not the same. Also, Black Pearl. Maybe the Black Pearl health bar, KZ. So, protect the Black Pearl. It's your morale gauge. So at this point, Sora jumps up, and he's got two options here. Flow Chain, which, as we know, is a good way to traverse the area. And then Spiral Theory. He goes in. Alright, so. Now, this looks to be what the shot lock is, though it could be Flow Chain. It's like a context-sensitive one. Going in, here's our boss. 8 million health bars, because Kingdom Hearts is crazy. We're flying on this plain Heartless thing. We got burst shot, torpedoes, air dodge, and get off the damn thing. So, a lot of aerial set-piece combat. This is like some airplane, dude. These things give off colored smoke to really add to it. So, this is reminding me of the Heartless in 358 over 2 days that you would fight in Neverland. Only cool. Much cooler. It's not like that dumb treasure chest thing. This looks like a jet plane, bone Heartless, with anchors on its underbelly. And we can jump onto, I believe this is the, oh no, you can No, that seems to be the horns of it. And then he can start dealing damage by spinning on the damn thing. Spinning on it. Oh, you're spinning on its back and hitting its legs. And when that sequence ends, it looks like you then grind across the smoke. And that is the big gameplay updated portion of this trailer. We are like 10 minutes in. Guys, I'm shaking still, to be honest. This is fucking great. So we get a bit of plot here, so let's listen to it.
You back in the organization?
Yes. Surprising, isn't it?
Jack, don't you give this creep the time of day.
Sora, stand down.
This doesn't look as jarring as before. Like, look at Goofy. Look at that. It is not perfectly fitting, but compare Pete looking to Barbossa in KH2. It was awful. It was awful, but it was the part that, it was the goofy kind of shit that we laugh at. This, they did a convincing effort.
It's the code. Mustn't strike a pirate aboard ship when said pirate offers to confabulate.
I am looking for a box.
Alright, so this has
Don't you
added
give
quite
this-
a bit here. So,
It's the code.
number 1, Luxord. Number 2, Luxord is Norded. That's the term I keep seeing thrown around on Twitter. He has been assimilated into the Xehanorts. So he effectively has those golden eyes. He's got the goatee. He's got some nice detail in the hair and everything. He says he's looking for a box. We know what that box is the box from Kingdom Hearts G back cover. The box Maleficent's looking for. We were wondering, well, is the true organization, which is what they're called now, is the true organization also looking for the box that the Master of Masters left Lushu? We now know that they very much are, because the goals of one of these guys is the goals of all of them, because they're all the same person in essence. Here we go. Moving on.
Get them!
We have all the Titans. This, I was talking about this today, about how the Ice Titan was visible in the previous trailer, but we missed it. For like a frame of the merry-go-round segment of the Square Enix specific trailer, they had shown off to the side the Ice Titan, and now we see the, I don't know what these are, the Lava Titan and the Tornado Titan, I guess. I have not seen Hercules in over a decade. Forgive me. The first world of Kingdom Hearts 3 is about fighting 4 motherfucking Titans. We're going to take on him, we're going to take on him, we're going to take on him. Okay, we're not fully sure about that. But I'm willing to bet that they will probably let you do it, even if it's like, you fight them all at once, but it's kind of like on rails a little bit. Ultimately, you fight rock, ice, wind, and lava, and that is amazing. This is how you do a Hercules world right. This is how the game starts, motherfuckers.
Sora!
Hercules comes in with the assist. There's no sound effects here. That doesn't mean they're not done, because the Toy Story ones were clearly done from some leaks we saw. It seems to be a deliberate choice by Square that not a lot of people like. I don't really care.
They have come for us.
And then we have this thing.
Farewell.
So it looks like that's the flying saucer that we saw in the previous trailer. I'd like to point out, we have shit like this. Look at it. Look at Frozen. Look at this Toy Story shit. Look at this Hercules shit. Look at this pirate shit. We jump visual styles on a fucking dime. It's nuts, man. Let's keep going.
Wait!
Oh no!
Stop!
Farewell.
Stop! Please stop.
Arendelle is safer with me staying up here.
Oh,
Please,
She
go away.
She makes a wall so we can't get to her in time. Okay, so that's going on. And I guess by then we chase after her, and then we have that conversation with Larxene. So then we have a scene here that gets to show a bunch of NPCs in a full cutscene, which really gets people excited about these worlds actually being populated. Some people are mad that the battle zones don't have people in them. Shut the fuck up. We just need worlds where people live in them. That's the problem. If we have scenes like the Hunchback where Esmeralda's being burned alive and no one's there, it's awful. That sanctuary scene's ruined because of that. But this, there's easily like 24 people here, and the animations are gorgeous. Some people like to say they might be better than the movie. I'm not going to get into that discussion because that's a fucking mess. Now, she's talking here. Now, I assume it's because it's dancing or they haven't finished her VO yet. There's something about VO that I'm going to talk about in a bit. But finally, let's hear Haley Joel Osment when he's not forced to sound like he's 14.
And the unversed collected enough screams and sadness from those children.
Yeah, and the whole time they were trashing our company in the process!
So, that's the plot of that world then. Vanitas shows up, brings his unversed to extract screams from children and causes chaos around the whole place. Then we have this scene.
You're following her.
Maybe she's one of the 7 pure lights we need. The new 7 hearts.
I actually didn't even listen to this the first time, I guess. I was losing it. What is she saying?
You're following her.
Maybe she's one of the 7 pure lights we need. The new 7 hearts.
So, they're looking for another 7 lights. I think... Now, it's one of two things. One, it's the reason to fight. It's the reason to fight against them. Because if the 7 pure-lighted Keyblade wielders face off against the organization that makes it, though they did imply that they would go after the Princesses of Heart, and it looks like they're trying to retcon that there are 7 new pure lights in this game, which could actually be a thing. I mean, you have Rapunzel, and you have... Well, you have her. Who? Ladies and gentlemen, Ham. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. We get to see yet another scene of the Twilight Town scene.
Now, set your heart free. And
that gets me excited. Is this a fight? Is this a fight, or are they portaling out? It's probably portaling out because blue balls. But next up, we get a part of the Zigbar scene.
And at the end, you'll finally realize what destiny has in store for you. In fact, your reward might be right around the corner.
So, this is a 3-part scene that we've basically gotten to see now. The first part we saw in the second trailer, which came out in the Square Enix conference, where he's like, "Yo, man, you gotta listen to the hearts that are within you and realize your true potential," or some shit like that. And then in the orchestra trailer on Saturday, we got to hear more of it. If you check the Gamer's Joint video on that, you can hear the audio, because he doesn't record the video because he would get in trouble. And Zigbar says, in response to Sora saying, "I'm not going to do what you say. I'm not going to take orders from you." Zigbar goes, "As if you have no choice but to follow the breadcrumbs we lay after you." And I assume after he says that.
And at the end, you'll finally realize what destiny has in store for you. In fact, your reward might be right around the corner.
So, that just means, hey, you gotta fucking realize the potential of those hearts, that the other people that live within you. Zora's like, "I'm not gonna do that," and he's like, "As if you have to do it. Follow those breadcrumbs, and it'll lead to, your reward." Axel looks great. Look at this hair. It's actual natural hair. Instead of static spikes going in one direction, it's kind of just letting it go. Letting it go a little bit more naturally. As natural as you can get something like this.
Hey, Axel.
Huh?
And then we get to see Kairi. Look at
Cut
you.
your hair, too.
So she got herself a haircut, which haircuts in like Japanese type of stories, or I don't know if it's just Japanese. It's supposed to be representative of like a new start, a new phase. Like sometimes when you see villains in shows, like end up turning over a new leaf, they end up cutting their hair as like a big difference. Look at this plaid. Look at this plaid. Look at all these buttons. Look at this precious little button bitch right here. She looks cute. It's nice.
Look,
Good for her.
cut your hair, too.
I hope she does something. I hope she does cool stuff. Now, I thought the trailer would end here. I didn't expect that they would have another stinger. I was talking about it's like, I don't know if they can do 2 good stingers in a row. Now, here we have Riku on Destiny Islands. Holy fucking shit, guys. I was talking about, alright, what are our options here? Right? What was Riku talking about in that D23 trailer? This is Riku Replica. This 100% is Riku Replica. Holy shit, guys. So, this one hits the hardest because it answers a question that was posed to us 4 months ago, which was Riku gets his Keyblade broken. The Way to Dawn, Road to Dawn, whatever it's called. The Way to Dawn gets broken. Presumably, maybe in that battle against Dark Aqua, or the possessed Xehanorted Aqua. And we have to wonder, what does he mean when he says, I'm gonna save this Keyblade, I can't use it, I'll save it for the other me. They're bringing back Riku fucking Replica. How is he back? Did his death bring him to the darkness? Did it, like, bring him to the Dark Realm and he just remained there? That is very possible, because he has the specific line of what happens when a fake like me dies. So there's very possible. Could it be time travel? Yeah, the series has set up that aspect. Could it be that Riku Replica somehow affected Riku's heart in such a way that he was a part of him and Riku's releasing that part? That's also a possibility. What this means, though, is they have made Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories important again, because they brought back Marta Lucia, Larxene, all those relevant characters, and Riku fucking Replica is going to wield a broken Way to Dawn, which is kind of fucked up given that he is a broken man in general. But they get to bring back this hot latex shit, man. So good, so good. This is the best Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer for me. I was saying that about the Frozen one, but that was mainly due to hype. You could say the same here, but no, this has so much plot stuff in it, and the Aqua one has a really nice punch, but I feel like the presentation and the reveal of Pirates kicks the shit out of Frozen in every way. However, what we need to do is I need to boot up the Japanese trailer to show you one more little special detail. So we have the Japanese one right here, and this is called Volume 3. And in the Volume 3 trailer, there is specifically only one additional scene. And you may say, why is there an additional scene? Well, let's have a look here. It's right after Larxene.
私は頼みがあってお前に会いに来たんだ。
Look at him. You can see that a small change has affected this this young lad, and it's the yellow eyes. It is now confirmed Marta Lucia isn't planning some coup. He isn't trying to. He doesn't have his own plans. We got confused because he said, "Yeah, I'm a part of the only organization, the true organization, and I'm Marta Lucia," and he didn't have the yellow eyes, and we wondered, what does that mean? Well, since then, we know that the Organization 13 has basically rebranded themselves to be called the True Organization. So that's why he specifically said that, and they've updated his eyes. You may ask, why was this not in the trailer for the English one? Most likely, the voice actor for Marta Lucia probably didn't have it done yet. They probably didn't get his voice acting in. He might be recording it after they had cut this trailer together, which is probably why you didn't see it there. But getting the Japanese version was a good confirmation, because voice actors do stuff at different locations a lot of the time, so it's very possible that's what's going on there. And that's fine, whatever. You got 7 months to bring this game out. I think you can get Marta Lucia to record his lines in a few days. But that was a nice surprise to get confirmation, which really sets the stage for everything that is happening over the course of this entire trailer. This stuff is insane, my friends. Absolutely nuts. Just to see Kingdom Hearts 3 coming together I think we can always think about that elephant in the room. Kingdom Hearts 3 got delayed. I was the same person defending the game, saying it was going to come out in 2018, because really there was no reason to think they wouldn't. The game was easily coming together. It was looking visually gorgeous. The gameplay looked fantastic. There was no reason to really believe it, and the only time I saw people... The only reasoning people ever gave was jokes about Square Enix and hyperbole about it, about them being ignorant to both the series and the games that they make. I didn't feel like any of those criticisms... I found them to be ridiculous memes and jokes, and I feel like, you know, that's reasonable. The thing that sucks with being a fan of Square Enix and the games that they make is there's a lot of bullshit that comes with it, where a lot of people spread misconceptions about the games they make and how, oh, they're incompetent, they're not building anything that's worth, like, that is worth the time. And then I look at this and I go, this is beautiful. It's like they're making multiple different games and mashing them into one. The visuals of this, and I became even more confident in it just looking at this. We have Toy Sora, Monster Sora, Pirate Sora. Like, they're changing your look constantly. So many characters are being introduced. The quality has increased so much. And I think there's examples like looking at Zigbar here. Like, look at how nice this looks. Think of, everyone was worried about the plastic look of Kingdom Hearts 3. Remember 0.2? Remember that awful look of Terra? Now everything looks good. These renders look fantastic now. Just everything is coming together. We're hearing the English dub voice work, the theme songs here. The full version's hitting in 3 weeks. But back to that delay. In the end, that delay is by a month. It sucks. I would have loved for this to be my 2018 Game of the Year, but I guess it has to be next year. It's presumptuous, I know. The game looks fucking awesome. It's everything I wanted. I get to explore vast levels across the icy tundra of Frozen to the Caribbean from Pirates, and a giant toy store in Toy Story. This is the game I've been wanting. This is the dream that many fans of this series have had. And now it's coming together. And my hope was that it would embrace what people love about Kingdom Hearts. And and not to use true fan, but what fans like about Kingdom Hearts. It's not just, I like the Disney levels, or I just like the mashy combat. It's liking the combat. It's liking the general gameplay, adventuring around, visiting new worlds, experiencing the story of these Disney locations. But it's also the story, the endearing story that takes itself seriously despite its melodrama. Introducing these characters, these twists and these turns, these organization, this battle of light and darkness, and all this stuff. It embraces it. It doesn't hide from it. It's a series that continued to develop its story through its side games, and people got mad about it. They said it was too convoluted. And it's like, who fucking gives a shit? Play the damn games. Every single time I saw takes like that, it was always coming from a place where the responses continue to devolve into, I don't want to play those games. And I'm like, well, fucking, this is going to be a bit of a mess for you in the end. Not the biggest mess, though, because Kingdom Hearts 3 will make sure to narrate its plot, and it has to be approachable for things, but you're not going to get the impact of these characters. The pop of facing off against Vanitas once again. The pop of Sora not remembering or knowing who Larxene is. Or, you know, the people didn't get the impact of the end of the last 2 trailers. That impact was an oh shit moment for fans, and for the rest it was a thing to make fun of the games for, or a thing where it's like, oh, I don't understand that, am I supposed to care? And for us, it's an oh shit, and it feels like Kingdom Hearts is the one thing where you can look at a trailer for this game and depending on who's played what, it feels like you're playing two different things. It feels like you're experiencing two different worlds. I've spent a long time talking. I think I'm gonna call it here. Kingdom Hearts 3 looks incredible. We have 2 world reveals here, and we still haven't seen Big Hero 6. I expect that they are going to do a couple of interviews. The renders are coming out, some summaries, and other E3 press stuff's coming out. I'll do a news video about Kingdom Hearts 3 at some point to break that down, but I think they're going to go dark again. Not for very long, probably until Tokyo Game Show and Jump Festa, but 7 more months, guys, and we can finally play the game that we've waited so long for. Thank you. That's it. See you soon.